So, Attack on Titan has finally ended, at least part 2 has, and with people's rightful frustration over waiting another year to finish out the finale of Attack on Titan, many are questioning if they should wait another 9 months or just go ahead and read the last 10 chapters of Attack on Titan's manga. Well, it's not exactly cut and dry as you might expect the answer to be. So the goal of this video is to beg the question, should I wait for the anime or skip directly to the manga? And by the end of this video, we should have an answer. So let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are right there, just mere inches away from 1,500 Twitter followers, and with 1,500 Twitter followers, I will be doing a huge, maybe even colossal Attack on Titan themed giveaway. If you haven't already, let's get one final push towards glory. So follow me on Twitter to hear my thoughts on other anime outside of AOT, updates on the channel, and as well updates for my second YouTube channel, Bento, and other outside projects. So far, Attack on Titan's anime has adapted everything up to chapter 130 of the manga, meaning there are basically just 9 chapters of content left to adapt. While not many chapters left, there is for sure at least enough for a full 12 to 13 episode anime with what we're about to discuss, and there likely will be a full season of the last part of Attack on Titan in some shape or form content-wise, though there have been rumors floating around of the final part being, amongst other things, extended episodes, a full normal season, and or multiple mini-movie TV specials. Though there have been just even more rumors beyond that in regards to the story, with rumors persisting that Isayama, the creator of Attack on Titan, is looking towards the anime adaptation to tighten up some of these final chapters, namely some character arcs which fans were disappointed over. This is because Isayama's original manga ending was good and fine on its own, but was somewhat rushed with some deadlines, forcing Isayama to make some difficult decisions to maybe cut some character arcs short. Now, as you are very well aware, the question, do I read the manga or not, just became somewhat more complicated, as evident with many episodes having significant changes thematically from manga to anime throughout the years, which would make these rumors circulating actually a little more easy to believe than you'd think otherwise. But we have to kind of get into the upsides and downsides of both mediums, because there are many. By reading the manga, for example, you get the ending now, and for the most part, a complete vision of Isayama's Attack on Titan as it was originally meant to be presented. Though, for some, this may not be the optimal choice, especially if you're not a regular manga reader or are sensitive to, shall we say, more stylistic art directions. Tackling the latter topic first, Isayama's art style, while evolving throughout the years, is to be, in my opinion, a very fitting and natural art style for the story of AOT, but many people will complain because he is by no means Naoki Urasawa or even a Hiro Mashima if we're going by a strict, does this look really pretty viewpoint. MAPPA has done a fantastic job of adapting the art style in a faithful one-to-one presentation that many people seem to appreciate and adore, as it's some of the most beautifully gritty art I think I've ever seen in an anime. That being said, nobody's really reading AOT for the art. They're reading it for the story, where with the anime, it's different. It's more of a combination of sight, sound, and story, which all beautifully synergize together, something manga as a medium cannot achieve. Also, a personal note, while I've read the manga of AOT throughout the last 10 years on and off, sometimes I find the anime does a way better job of presenting certain dialogue of the series than the manga does. For example, just with the last episode of Final Season Part 2, some people, including myself, got confused reading the conversation between Eren and Historia in the manga, and I legit thought that from my own first reading interpretation, Historia and Eren had a child together and that Historia was going to erase Eren's memory. Well, maybe that would have happened if they actually got married. Marriage jokes. I'll leave now. Obviously, I eventually got it, but this was not an uncommon issue people were having, and this has happened throughout many times throughout the manga's history. It's something that kind of just happens sometimes. So let's get to the part you came here for. Manga or anime? Well, now knowing a little bit more about Attack on Titan's manga in comparison to the anime, for the manga, I think if you have experience reading it in the past, maybe you dipped off, then you might as well maybe just continue where you left off from. As an example, the manga is how I actually got into Attack on Titan, and I followed its release monthly until around 2016, in which I don't think I really watched or read AOT until the final season started airing. So for me, when part 1 finished, I just picked up the manga because I didn't really want to be spoiled. Though, that being said, I'm an Attack on Titan YouTuber, so I had secondary motivations to read the manga sooner rather than later. Not only did I end up producing Attack on Titan manga content for everything that I read, which is everything after final season part 1 in the manga, I successfully avoided spoilers and was able to produce better content because of that. So that being said, when you consider these things, I think the answer becomes maybe a little bit more clear as to what you would probably pick. Because while I think I can recommend both, if I had to choose one, especially if you're purely an anime only fan, then you might as well just wait for the anime in 2023. Despite having to wait again, you've already waited 10 years for this ending. I mean, what's another year of waiting? Especially with what I said in the body of the video, the anime just seems like the more attractive option here. Especially with some of the minor issues that are likely to be fixed, some of which, as a manga reader, I can see they've already laid the groundwork for in the last 4 episodes, mind you. It just seems like the anime is going to be the superior version of the story. And with Isayama being hands-on with the anime project for the entirety of the series, I have a feeling the anime is going to probably blow the manga's last arc out of the water. Plus, when you add the voice acting, the industry-leading animation, the whole idea of being part of the zeitgeist of Attack on Titan, I think just waiting for Attack on Titan's anime to finish is a very attractive offer for many, and likely the right one. It's, if I wasn't a YouTuber, the one that I would certainly pick. Obviously, if you want to avoid spoilers, the best way to do that is to use things on Twitter like your mute button, mute your keywords, things like that, so you can avoid spoilers. And as well, with YouTube's algorithm, you might as well just make a new account or something like that to get away from all that stuff. Whatever you decide to do in the end, though, there really is no wrong answer between the manga or anime, but I think if you're an anime only, just wait for the anime. That's what I would do. With that being said, check out some of my other AOT videos here. They're pretty good, and I think you'll get a lot of useful knowledge out of these videos. So hurry, click on the link, and I'll see you over in those videos.